Good evening, everyone. So, on 30th of December 2023, I was featured in a workshop where I showed um, participants how to plan their yearly budget and document their expenses and income on a daily basis. A lot of people were not able to join. So, because of that, I'm doing a short video to summarize just how to get you started. In this video, I will not be doing a lot of explanations. I just want to show you how to get started. If you want the details, I recommend you watch the video of the workshop, which you will find in the description of this video below. To get started, first you need the access to the Google Drive where I have saved the template you will be using. So this is the drive link to the drive. You will find this link on the description of the video, but in case you're watching this video outside YouTube and you don't have access to the video description, then I recommend you pause this video and type out this link letter by letter. It's going to be stressful, but you could also go on YouTube and look for this video. Look at the title of the workshop, look for the video, and you'll find it easily. Okay, so I recommend you use Chrome for this exercise. So when you've copied this link, paste it in Chrome. I used Google Features for developing this, so Chrome will give you the best performance. I paste the link here. It's going to take me to the NFCS Google Drive where I have the files. When you open this link, you might see a different number of files because we will keep updating this until we get it right. We'll get it perfect. We'll keep taking user feedback and we'll keep making changes. However, once you come to the folder, I want you to look for the latest file. How will you know the latest file? You see the file naming convention, there is the date, and then there is a V number. This one has V1, V3, V4, V4, V5, V5. So V5 definitely is the latest version right now. So I'm going to work with the V5. If you notice as well, there are two files that have V5. These are the two files I'm interested in. One is a spreadsheet, the other one is a Google form. Okay, these two files are what I'll be working with. I want you to start with a spreadsheet. The first thing I want you to do is to make a copy of this spreadsheet by clicking make a copy here. When you do that, I want you to go home to your Google Drive. So I'm going to leave this page here because I'm going to come back to this page later to show you something else. So I will open a new tab and there I'll open my Google Drive. So I'll just go to google.com and I'll click on Drive. All right. So when I open my Google Drive, the first file I will see will be that file I just copied, and it's going to have copy of starting the file name because I just when Google created it, they added copy of to separate it, to differentiate it from the other file. So the next thing you will do is to move this file to the folder where you'll be working with. So you click Organize, you click Move. If you already have a folder where you want to put it, you put it directly. If not, you create a new folder for it. For example, I don't have a folder, so I'll create a new folder right now. I want to enter inside this folder called App Sheet. So I'll use this arrow to enter inside the folder. Here, I want to create a new folder, so I'll click on New at the lower right left corner here, and then I'll write the name of the folder. Let me call it NFCS Budget Planner. I'll put it inside this folder by clicking on Move. Okay, I click on Move here, and that's it. Okay, so I will then go to that folder. If I click on my drive, I go to App Sheet. You will know where you saved it, so you go to the same folder, NFCS Budget Planner. Here is the file. The next step is to rename it. I rename this file by removing the copy of. All right. I suggest you leave it like this for now until you have full understanding of the file and how it works. I suggest you don't make any major changes to the file until you understand most of the features within it, because if you make any major change to the file, it might lead to catastrophic effects that you will not be able to resolve. So just leave things the way they are for now. You double click on the file to open it. So when you have opened the file, like I said, I will not be doing a lot of explanation on this video because I want it to be really short. However, if you want detailed explanation on everything, just go to the workshop video. However, to get started immediately, just put your husband's name and the wife's name in these two cells. If you are single, put your name in the corresponding cell. If you're a lady, put your name against the lady's cell. Then I put some figures here just to demonstrate how these things work. So for example, in this first place, I put 200,000 and I selected the duration as monthly. So because of that, From January to December, the sheet assumes that I'm going to earn 200,000 each month. This is a budget, remember. We are planning. So you can work with average estimated figure. If you're not a salary earner, you can work with average figures. So here I put 250,000 and I put quarterly. Quarterly means that I will earn it every 3 months. So the Excel sheet assumes that I will earn 50,000 per month as a result. Then here I put triannually, meaning I'll earn it 3 times a year, meaning once in every 4 months. So the spreadsheet assumes the same and divides this amount by 4 and puts each amount in each month. Then if I say biannually, meaning I'll earn it twice a year, meaning every 6 months. So the Excel sheet divides the amount by 6 and puts one slot in each month. So I'm going to change this figure just to demonstrate. Let's say I change it to 12,000 to see what happens. All right, it's an online sheet, so it will take some time before it reflects, but just watch. This 1,500 will change to 2,000. Oh, it has happened 2,000 because 12 divided by 6 is 2,000. So if I put yearly, the spreadsheet will assume that I'll earn it only once in a year. So it will try to divide by 12 and I'll allocate each amount to each month. So supposing I changed it to 30,000 in the same way, you will see it will divide it into 30 divided by 12, and it will put each amount in the month. It's 25. It has upgraded it now. So if you don't select the duration, nothing will happen on the months category. So when I put an amount here, I put 60,000 and I did not set duration. Because of that, nothing is happening. Here I put 100,000 and I did not set duration. Because of that, nothing is happening. But if I set duration, if I say that I'm going to earn this 100,000 weekly, it's going to assume that I will earn, excuse me, it's going to assume that I'll earn 100,000 per week and use the number of days in a month to do the calculation. All right. However, if I change it to become monthly, it's going to do the needful. If I say that not 100,000, that I earn, let's say this time around here, I say I earn 60 naira per day. All right, it's going to try to calculate what is going to yield in a month and spread it accordingly, depending on the number of days. You can see that February is less than January. Oh, I'm doing too much explanation again. Please, let me just go straight to show you how to get started. So just delete these figures here and spread this, change this back to set duration so that when you put in your own figures, you can set the proper duration and you will get the result you're looking for. Well, I forgot to show you that these figures here are reflecting on the charts we have up here. We have two charts up here, this and this. So whatever figures you are putting will reflect on the chart, and this chart will be useful later in analyzing your expenditure versus your budget and all that, and will help you know where you're spending more and the rest of them. So I'm going back to deleting the figures and putting set duration here. Okay, so you need to do this. The green section is your income. The light blue section is your savings, and then the dark blue section is your expenses. It goes all the way down. Please look at the different sections and fill in the figures accordingly. Then there is another sheet that is called monthly expenditure. In this monthly expenditure sheet, you're not expected to type anything. Please, I repeat, do not type anything in the monthly expenditure sheet. It is just for you to view data. As you are working in other sheets, it will be reflecting here. So you come here to do your data analysis when the time comes. All right, so please do not put any information here. Then there's another sheet that is called daily expenditure. In this daily expenditure, this is where we expect you to put in your expenses as they occur per day, or your income as they occur per day. What I mean is you earn income once in a month, for example, but that income will come on a particular day. On that particular day that it will come, please, I want you to put it on the corresponding dates. You can see the dates. Each date corresponds to each row. So all the expenses or all the incomes you received in one day should be able to fit into that particular column. Okay? So you pay, for example, rent once in a year, but you're going to pay it on a particular day, right? So on that day, you're going to pay it. I want you to fill it in on that day. Any information you fill in here will be tabulating on this sum column, all right, as you can see. Okay, so some of you will now want to ask me, does it mean that every day I'm expected to open this Excel sheet and enter my daily expenses or my daily income? I have found a solution to that, all right? So don't worry. That is what this column that is called form is meant for. In this column that is called form, it will give you a chance to use your phone to open a Google form and put in your daily income or your daily expenses without having to open a Google spreadsheet or any kind of spreadsheet for that matter. All right, to show you how to utilize this form column, you need to go back to that first tab we visited earlier. Remember, I said there are two files you need to work with, the Express sheet and the Google form. The one in purple is the Google form. So what I want you to do is to do the same thing. You own it by making a copy, and then you go to your own Google Drive, you go home, you will see the copy there. It will be the first file there. Still loading, probably. Still loading. All right. It's going to be the first file. If you made a copy, it's going to be the first file that appears here when you click, when you go home. It's probably still loading. Let me refresh it. So it has come. So it's going to be the first file here. So I want you to move it into the same folder where you have the spreadsheet. All right. So remember, use the arrow to enter the folder, and you click move when you arrive at your destination. Use the arrow to enter, then you click move. All right. So when you go to that folder, my drive, my case, app sheet, NFCS budget planner, you rename the file. Start by renaming. You rename the file. Remove the copy off and the space so that the file name starts with the year. All right. Then you double click on the form to open it. As I said, I'm not going to do a lot of explanation here. So just pay attention and do exactly what I'm doing right now. So you can just get started. If you want the explanation, please go and watch the workshop video. So just pay attention. You will see three menus here: questions, responses, and settings. Just click on responses, and then you will see a link here to link to sheets. You click on link to sheets. So when it opens, you click on select existing spreadsheet. Okay, it's still loading. Select existing spreadsheet. Then you click on select. If you are doing this with a phone, it may look different. Try and set the Google Chrome to desktop view. It might give you a better view, but if you have access to this with your laptop, I recommend you do with your laptop. Just this first time, all right? Just setting it up. After setting it up, you can now use your phone for the daily record. So when you open this, it's going to open all the sheets you have in your Google Drive account. The first one here will be the one you are interested in. The last sheet you worked on will be the first to appear here. So if you check, you will see that the file name corresponds to version 5. So just click on it and click select. So once you've done this, you will do something. It will insert a new sheet in that our Google sheet. You remember we had budget, monthly expenditure, daily expenditure, help, and form data channeled. Now it has introduced a new form, a new sheet that is called form responses. You can notice that it's a purple in color. I would like you to please move it to the right. It doesn't matter, but just do it for me so that we are both in sync. Then something else, rename it. Change this Google Responses 3 to Google Responses 1. All right, very important. Then go to this form data channeled and click on the first cell inside. Excuse me, please. You will notice that I've already written the formula there, and you will see that the sheet name is form responses 1. That is why it was important you rename that form responses. But what you do next here for me now is to put an equal sign before everything that is inside the cell. You click at the beginning of the write-up, you put an equal sign there, then you press enter. This will transfer all the data in the form responses to this section, all right? And then when you go to the daily expenditure, all the data that is in this form data channeled, as they're coming, they will appear in this daily expenditure here, one after the other. All right. So to test it and for you to see how it works, we are going to test run it now. So go to the form. When you go to the form, do something for me. Click on send. When you click on send, copy this link. When you copy this link, you can see the three menu: email, link, and code. You click on the center button to copy the link, copy this link, and then send it to your phone. And when it arrives in your phone, bookmark it. So when you paste the link, click on this star. When you open the link, you click on this star here to bookmark it. So this star will allow you to bookmark it, all right, so that you can save. You don't have to visit that place all the time. When I click done now, it's going to put that bookmark here. You see, NFCS family, I've done it before, so it's happening again. So whenever I click on this link, it will open the form. In your phone, you can do this. You can save this as a shortcut in your phone and put it on your desktop. For example, let me go to my desktop. You can say new link, new shortcut, all right, and you paste that link inside here, and you give it a name. You say NFCS budget planner. All right, so this shortcut on your desktop, whenever you double click on it, it automatically opens that form for you to fill in your data. All right, so now it's opened with another browser. That's why it's asking me to sign in. So if I want to open it, I need to open it with Chrome. I need to open it with Chrome, or just doesn't matter. You understand how that works now. So when you open the form, look at how to fill the form. Please pay attention. It's not too technical. There's a description here, which you can read on the steps. But just pay attention. You must capture your email. This will help you checkmate when somebody else tampers with your form. Maybe they get access to your link and they fill in data there. You will see that the email is different, and you know that this data is not from you. So you must fill in a date. Usually it's supposed to be today's date. I expect you to fill in all your expenses in one day, once. Please do not fill the form more than once in a day. All your data should enter once. I will show you how. So when I click today, I have different sections here. So supposing I earn my salary today, and at the same time, I spent on transportation and I paid my children's school fees today. So that's 3 sections. So I'm going to fill them in now. So supposing I go to my salary, I go to income, I click next, and hobbies income, wife's income, depends on you. So hobbies income, for example, the husband collected their salary today. Let's say 200,000, for example, and that's all. Like you can fill in only one thing, or you can fill in all the things that matter. After filling, then you click next. Okay, I said today I also spent on transportation and I also paid children's school fees. So let me fill them into children. I click next. I paid tuition for 56,000. All right, that's the only thing I'm entering on children's school fees. You can enter all the things that matter. Then next, I also spent on transportation today. Okay, I click next. What did I spend on? I bought fuel for 25,000. Okay, then I spent money that is not listed in the categories. It's not any of these things listed here. Let's say I bought a new tire and I don't want to put it under repairs. So I want to put it here. I bought a new tire for 15,000 naira. I put it under order. You are putting only the amount there. You're not saying that you bought a new tire here. I will show you where to do that. So in the order, you just put 15,000. Remember, it's recording against today. All right, so today you spent 15,000 naira on transportation for a category that is not listed under transportation. So I click next. When you are done putting all your expenses for today, what I want you to do is to choose another section. This time around, choose submit. All right, and click next. Once you do that, it will give you option now to put in a comment for that order. All right, I bought a new tire today for 15,000. This helps you 6 months down the line when you're looking at your records and you saw that you spent 50,000 today and you're trying to figure out why. This comment section helps you to resolve that issue. It's not a must that you use the comments only when you use order. If you have any other exciting thing about today that you want to put in for financial purposes, let's say I did not spend on a train ticket today because I hitched a ride. Okay, so this is an information that has financial implication, because when you're analyzing your data, you are wondering why you didn't buy plane ticket that day. Was it that you didn't go to work? So this kind of record helps you to remember. All right. So once you are done with all that, you click submit, and that information goes to the spreadsheet to show you that you go back to the spreadsheet. When you come to phone responses, you will see I have one response now, and it's there. When you go to channel data, you see that it's recording the hobbies income 200,000, and you can see tuition 56,000 and the rest of them. When you go to your daily expenditure, you can see it's reflecting as well. Hobbies income 200,000. You can see school tuition 56,000 and the rest of them. So this is how it works. As the data comes in, it's going to be reflecting on the monthly expenditure. So remember, I said you're not supposed to type anything here. As the data comes in, just relax. It will be reflecting here on this monthly expenditure. And these charts and these graphs will start growing as your figures begin to increase. So I hope it's clear enough. However, if you have any questions, please feel free to please feel free to channel them through the NFCS group. Thank you very much.